Okay, I was about to leave because I'm pretty tired. But I checked around and around and around, and I decided, I just told the guy to dig here yesterday. He dug this tiny little hole, he gave up and begged me to let him dig in my giant hole over there. And I was nice enough to let him have it, basically. But I'm gonna dig here because I think it's a good spot. So I'm gonna widen this hole up and see what's down here. Okay, there's no lack of metal in this dump, I'll tell you that. But we have our first milk of magnesia. Almost every place I ever dig, I find one or two of these, but I never get tired of them. Oh my god, there was only one of these known to exist, and I just found another one. An HCL pharmacy from Mount Olive. But as you can see, half the paint is already gone, and I don't have my spray with me. That's too bad, because this potentially could be a $50 bottle. That's interesting. A giant chunk of brass, but it's also an antique carburetor from a Model T or a Model A. I don't know exactly, but I think I'll definitely bring this one home. Somebody out there will definitely want that. This is a very sparse hole, but I just found this. It's just a machine made from the late 20s. Okay, I finally got something out at the very bottom of the hole. Is that just a generic soda bottle? Probably a ginger ale, because that neck foil is generally for ginger ales. There's a lot of these in here, but I might bring it home anyway because they look really nice with the 12-ounce soda label from the late 30s on them. Okay, we got some more bottles coming out. A broken 5-gallon water bottle. And what do we have here? It's just a chemical. And it's machine made as well, so it's about 1919 and 1920. I just pulled out this fork. It's so shiny, it's making me wonder, is this silver through and through, or is it plated? Because plated usually looks terrible. So I'm thinking that's actually silver. And we got another 12-ounce amber soda. What is up with that? Why is there so many of those here? These actually could be Pepsi's, because in the late 30s they used these with paper labels. Okay, and yet another thing, another 12-ouncer, but this is a beer. And it's obviously much older. But then again, Pepsi actually used beer bottles. But that is actually blown in a mold. So that is weird that that was right next to these 1937 bottles when that is a 1910 era bottle. Okay, we finally found, well, part of a soda. A Pepsi from Goldsboro, but it's cracked severely, so no drinking candidate for that one. Okay, what do we have here? Brass signs? Possibly. What is it? I really don't know what this is. If it's really brass, or copper I should say, it sure looks like it is. So, why is it layered up like that? I don't know what this is, but it is definitely a heavy chunk of copper, so that is definitely worth at least $6. So I'll bring that one home. Okay, we got one. It says use dills flavoring extracts. It's blown in the mold. So it's a decent one anyway. Alright, I just found a blown in the mold Sloan's liniment. So that's probably a $5 one. Especially if I turn it purple. And 20 seconds apart from each other, I just found 2 McCormick's flavoring extracts. Oh my god, I just pulled on this not thinking anything about it, and it turns out it's about a $1,000 bottle. It's a Goldsboro clear Pepsi, which is 5 times as rare as the amber Pepsi, and it's in perfect condition. That is so incredibly lucky. Okay, I think we got a whiskey cylinder coming out. Okay, it's an embossed one. It's a Hainer. That's crazy because the guy who was just digging over here yesterday, who begged me for my hole, after I pointed out this spot to him, said he loves Hainers. And he actually didn't find a single soda over there. But if he'd have stayed with the hole I suggested, he would have had a $1,000 soda. Okay, I think we have another soda. Oh no, it's not a soda, but it is some kind of a, I don't know if it would be a perfumer or a hair tonic or what, but it is blowing the mold. Interesting shape. Oh, by the way, the guy who was digging with me, I just met him. He seemed like a nice guy, but he stole. Yeah. His name, well, he told me his name was James and he lives just south of the state line of North Carolina. Somewhere, he wouldn't even tell me where he lives, but he jumped in my hole when I was at the police station and dug a bunch of bottles out, as well as stuck a bottle in his pocket when I had my back turned. Just as I turned around, he was finishing putting it in his pocket. So that isn't a thief, because he was putting all the bottles in the pile, but why would he put a small one embossed in his pocket if he wasn't stealing it? Can you think of any reason why he would have done that? I can't. Okay, I just pulled out a perfume apparently, and I have never seen one quite like it, and I have a side collection of perfume bottles. So this one is probably worth, well, I was going to say $7 or $8, but I see it has a big lip chip, but still, it looks good sitting on the shelf like that. Okay, we got another soda coming out way in there. Can you even see it? It's really stuck in there. Okay, let's see if I can get it out. Okay, it's just a beer. But is it embossed? Nope. But it is a blown in the mold crown top from about 1910. Alright, I found this paneled aqua medicine, no embossing on it, but we got something else. Okay, that is alright, it's got embossing on it. I was about to say it's a cod liver oil, but it is one that I never find in North Carolina. It's got the fish, 5-foot fish on the back of a man. He's dragging it home. Scotch emulsion. Yeah, I'm surprised to find one of these because I have been digging North Carolina for 13 years and this is, I think, the first one I found. I find all kinds of plain ones, but this is a nice looking embossed aqua bottle. Okay, we got something. Could it be a soda? I think so. Okay. Oh, damn, so close. It's another trick soda. It's just clear and kind of lighter than a soda. It looks very much like a soda, but it's just a sauce bottle, I imagine. Okay, it is 5 o'clock and I am pretty damn tired. It's 5 o'clock. I've been digging for 3 days now, so I've had it. It's time to go home and rest for 3 days. So, until next week. Go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything.